Good morning, folks. Welcome to part 25 of Pokemon Crystal. So now that we have obtained our 5th badge and defeated Chuck, the fighting Pokemon gym leader here in Johto, we're going to talk to his wife, who is right outside of the gym. It would be much easier if your Pokemon could fly to get across the ocean. Blah, blah, blah. She gives us HM number 2, which, of course, if you recall, is Fly. Very fantastic, really good for instantaneously traveling from city to city. Unfortunately, something that I completely forgot about, I don't have any flying-type Pokemon. I don't have a single Pokemon that can learn Fly. So, I have to surf across the ocean. There's a big building up ahead. What is it? Actually, folks, the big building he's referring to is another Pokemon Crystal-only benefit. Gold and Silver do not have it, and that is the Battle Tower. It's kind of what the precursor to, oh shoot, what's it called? The Battle Frontier, that's it. In Generations 3, 4, and... No, 5 doesn't have the Battle Frontier. It's kind of the precursor to that in that you can battle random trainers. Anywho, I cut out me climbing back up the lighthouse. And I sure hope it'll heal Amphi. I mean, I don't know. Please don't be offended. Amphi will not take anything from anyone but me. Well, that's so offensive. Fuck you, Jasmine. Fuck you. Palu! Palululu! Again, I love the stuff they make the Pokemon say. Oh, I'm so relieved. This is just so wonderful. Thank you so very much. I'll return to the gym now. Yeah, she made sure that this Pokemon's all fine and good and then just leaves it up here by itself. I wanted to see it talk again. Anywho, we're now going down the tower. Once again, I jump cut because, come on. You guys really want me to sit here and try and come up with commentary for going down the tower? Oh, and I do apologize for all the jump cutting there's going to be in this part. There is going to be quite a bit. Anywho, because of the battle with Chuck and the fighting gym, I burned through all the potions I bought previously. So I had to restock how many I had. But folks, I believe it's time for us to go and take on Jasmine and get our 6th badge. Let's talk to our aide. Jasmine uses the newly discovered Steel type. I don't know very much about it. Well, what fucking good are you? You don't know anything to help me? What the hell? Why is he even there then? Blah, blah, blah. Thank you for your help. Allow me to introduce myself, even though I already have. I am Jasmine, a gym leader. I use the Steel type. Do you know about the Steel type? Actually, I do, because Steel type came out, what, like, more than 10 years ago. Anywho, let's take on Gym Leader Jasmine. I know. 2 badges, 2 attempts at badges in back-to-back videos. Her Pokemon are indeed higher level than Chuck's. But, yeah, here's the problem with Steel-type Pokemon. Magnemite here, even though I don't really have a team set up well to take on Magnemite, it's still a first form Pokemon. It has not evolved yet. And it has a ×4 weakness to ground type attacks now, as opposed to just, you know, times... Did I say ×4 before? It has ×4 weakness to ground attacks, as opposed to ×2 like it had in Generation 1. It is also weak against fire type attacks now. And so, yeah, the Magnemites are really easy. Yeah, spoilers, there's 2 Magnemites. They're exactly the same as far as I'm aware. And yeah, Fire Punch them. This caught me off guard, though. I completely forgot they had Thunderbolt, because usually they don't get an actual attack off on me. So it surprised me. I mean, they have powerful attacks, for sure, but the fact is that stat-wise, they're still pretty low down there, so... For some reason, I send out Teddiursa, even though the fact is, Wooper's one of the best Pokemon you can have for this gym battle. Wooper and its evolved form, that is. Teddiursa doesn't have anything that's going to work on Magnemite. Not that it matters, because as you can see, Teddiursa's down. And so I finally send out the Pokemon I should have led off with, and that is Wooper. I use Surf because Surf actually does alright because it does normal damage. If you have a Feraligatr at this point, or even a Croconaw it knows Surf, you're going to tear this gym apart. Oh, believe me, you'll tear it apart. But another Magnemite. Mudslap would be the better choice, I believe, and so I switch over. They do know Supersonic, which is annoying, of course, as it always is. Is it just me, or does it seem like opposing Pokemon, they're able to use moves like Supersonic and whatnot far more effectively than when you actually try? Like, it seems like Supersonic, when it's being used on me, works a lot more than when I try to use it on something. I don't know, maybe it's just me, I'm just saying. And yes, that song from Sonic CD is playing in my head right now because of Sonic Boom. Not gonna say Jasmine's a pushover, but to be fair, I am quite a bit lower level than her Pokemon. Most folks are gonna have stronger Pokemon than me at this point. So, I'm just saying, Chuck and his gym, especially, was far more difficult than Jasmine here. At least more than her Magnemites. Magnemites? Is Magnemite plural on its own, or is it Magnemites? I don't know. It doesn't matter, because Magnemite is indeed down. Which just leaves one more Pokemon. I mean, how much worse could it be, right? Right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the evolved form of Onix. This is Steelix, one of the premier Steel-type Pokemon. In all honesty, Steelix, I know it's intimidating. I know it looks intimidating and whatnot, and it's really high level. But the problem with Steelix is that it is Steel/Ground type. It's still weak against Fire, and for some reason, Steelix uses Sunny Day. I think it's to weaken Water-type attacks. Because as I was about to mention, Water-type attacks are still super effective. That's why this gym is so easy. You're gonna have a Water-type Pokemon by this point, or at least a Pokemon that knows Surf. And so you're always gonna be prepared. I'm spamming Mudslap because even though Steelix is actually pretty easy to take out, it does have the move Iron Tail, and with how much weaker, well not weaker, but lower level my Pokemon are, I want to make sure that, you know, that move misses. It already has shitty accuracy, but I just want to make sure, you know, I want some insurance. I don't want to get beat up. Oh, in case you're wondering what Sunny Day does. Sunny Day is one of the new weather moves. These moves were first implemented here in Generation 2. There are 4 of them. And that is Sunny Day, Rain Dance, Hail, and Sandstorm. At least I think Hail is in Generation 2. Hail may not have been implemented until Generation 3, but yeah, those are the weather type things. They're kind of like environmental effects. See, Sunny Day, it weakens water type attacks by half, but it doubles the strength of fire type attacks, and it has an extra effect in that it'll make it to where Pokemon using Solar Beam don't have a charge time. Like, Solar Beam will fire immediately as soon as you use it, rather than charging up as long as Sunny Day is going. I'll talk more about the other ones as we see them, because I'm pretty sure we see at least the other 2 that I know for a fact are in this generation, but we might even see Hail. Anyway, though, all I can think for why Steelix used Sunny Day, because it's not helping it in any way other than weakening water-type attacks. Which, even then, as you can see, it's still not doing that great. Ah! Fucking Hyper Potion. I mentioned before that this became a running theme, and it's still happening in the Pokemon games these days. Sure, it does make the gyms harder, but oh, it always pisses me off. I always forget that they're gonna do that. So now I gotta friggin' take down Steelix's health bar again. It's tedious. Well, not really. At this point, Steelix is pretty much fucked. I'm not gonna lie, folks. Steelix doesn't really stand a chance. And yeah, so the 6th gym, really easy. Really, really easy. It's kind of disappointing since it uses the new type. Well, one of the 2 new types that they added to this game. Or to the Pokemon universe, actually. And yet, it's really, really easy. It's easier than gym number 5. I'm serious, it's crazy. Poliwrath. First time I played this game, I got stuck on Poliwrath for, must have been at least 4 battles. 4 times of trying to beat it. I got stuck against it. I beat it. I go back to Olivine. Sure enough. Steelix, all of them. I'm able to tear them to shreds. No problems at all. So, I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. This gym battle should have been a little bit tougher. They should have made Chuck a little bit easier and made this one a little bit harder to balance things out a little more. But anywho, that was Steelix. Really quick gym battle. I know. I make it look so easy, don't I? And indeed, this one is easy. But huzzah, we defeated Jasmine. You are a better trainer than me. In both skill and kindness. I know. I'm fantastic. I am the Pink Panther, after all. I'm the best there ever will be. And Wooper is trying to evolve again. But, again, I'm waiting for a certain move. And we received the Mineral Badge. Huzzah! The Mineral Badge, again, they don't say the. Anyway, supposedly it raises the defense of Pokemon. Again, I don't know if the badges actually do this or not. I've never bothered to check. Anyway, she gave us TM23, which contains the move Iron Tail. It is a Steel-type attack. It hits pretty hard, but it has really crappy accuracy, so you may want it, you may not. It all depends on what Pokemon you're using, to be perfectly honest. That's what the Mineral Badge looks like. Kinda plain, isn't it? Anyway, I head back to New Barktown to catch a new Pokemon. We haven't updated our team in a little while, not since Teddy Ursa. And so I figure, what the hell, let's go and capture a new Pokemon now that I have a good rod. You can actually catch the Pokemon I'm going to be fishing for in other areas. It's just, this has always been the place that I remember it being because this is where I've caught it the first time and I always find it. So anyway, we're going to register the good rod to the select button. The rod works pretty much exactly like it did in red, although I'm not sure if I showed off the rod in red. Basically, though, you stand by a body of water, you use the rod, and hopefully you'll get a nibble. I'm having bad luck to start out with here. Ah, finally. Oh, a bite! Ah, jeez. Damn it. No, I did not come here to catch a Tentacool. But yeah, you can capture quite a few water Pokemon this way. Anyway, though, after fishing for a little while, I finally hooked the Pokemon that I'm actually fishing for. One of my other favorite water-type Pokemon. Chinchou! I love Chinchou. One of the coolest Pokemon ever. If only because of its typing. But anyway, we have to weaken it still. Luckily, it's actually kind of hard to take out, simply because of how much HP it has. So yeah, luckily that makes it a little bit easier to catch. And I have a Lure Ball, and since I hooked this Pokemon using a rod, that means I can catch it with the Lure Ball. In fact, I probably could catch it right now, but I want to make sure because I really want to capture this Chinchou. And we throw the Lure Ball. So, come on, let's see if I catch it. Huzzah! Chinchou was caught, indeed. Actually, that makes me think. I've actually gotten a couple of people saying that I should nickname my Pokemon. I'm sorry, guys. Believe me, if I could go back and, you know, change this, then I would. The thing is, I've had this game recorded for a long time. As of Pokemon Emerald, though, my Pokemon will be getting all my dorky-ass nicknames. Believe me. Oh boy, those poor Pokemon. Anywho, though, since Chinchou is a water type, it is also an electric type, by the way. But because it is a water type, that means, of course, it needs to know how to use Surf, since Surf is the best water type attack in the game. So we're going to ditch Water Gun, because I'm never going to use it again. After all, I have Surf. So let's take another look at Chinchou, since I kind of was blabbing over it. Oh no, never mind, I guess we just switch it. I could swear I looked at it. Again. Ah, well, whatever. You guys saw it. It has really high HP, decent special attack, decent special defense, and everything else is pretty standard. But the big thing that makes it great is its typing. It is, seriously, I think it is still the only water/electric type Pokemon out there. I stopped by Professor Elm's lab to heal, as you saw. I just figured I'd leave that in, because I can't remember if I showed it off or not at the beginning of the game. Anyway, we go to Cherry Grove City, one town over. There is something that we need to get for our new fishy buddy, Chinchou, and that is right over here. You need Surf, and then we need to talk to this fisherman. A Pokemon I caught had an item. I think it's Mystic Water. I don't need it, so do you want it? Huzzah! We received the Mystic Water. The Mystic Water is just like the Miracle Seed, the Magnet, the Charcoal, except with Water-type attacks, so it's fantastic. And I believe you can actually get 2 in this game. Anywho, folks, stay tuned for Part 26, where we'll finally get a move on with the game. I'll see you then.